In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to find the key of a song by ear. You have been asking yourself, how do other musicians do it? How do they find the key of a song by ear without using sheet music, without using AI or the internet? They can literally listen to a song they've never played before and be able to find the key immediately. And you want to learn how to do the same thing, then that's what I'm going to be teaching you in this video. So stick around till the end. Um, in order to find the key of a song, you should be familiar with this one simple concept. And that is, music is similar to speech in a sense that in speech, we use different tones and punctuations to bring forth a certain message. Okay? If I was to come to you right now and say, can you please go buy me potatoes, tomatoes? It feels like I still want to add more items on that list. It feels like that list is incomplete, okay? And that's because there's a comma at the end. There's an invisible comma. You don't have to see it, but you can tell that the tone implies that I still want to add more things, okay? Unlike if I was to come and say, can you please go buy me potatoes and tomatoes? The second sentence feels complete because there's a full stop. You can tell because of the tone that I used, there's a full stop at the end, okay? So what I just explained right now is the idea of tension and release. The same thing happens in music. Music is all about creating tension and then releasing that tension, okay? So that's all there is when it comes to finding the key of a song. You know how this works in speech, and you also know how it works in music, okay? If I was to play a melody that you're quite familiar with, let's do... You can tell that melody wants to go somewhere, and it wants to go back to the da. It wants to go back to that note, to this specific note, also known as the key of a song, also known as the tonic of a song, also known as the tonal center of the song, also known as the one of a song. So when we say find the key of a song, we're basically saying find the one of that particular song. Where is the one? Because the one is the point that feels like the full stop of a song. It's the point that feels like the home. It's the point that feels like all the tension in the song within that musical piece is gonna be released here. Okay? Let me give you another example using chords this time. You can tell I'm not done. It wants to go back somewhere and it wants to go. Can you hum that note? It wants to go back to. If you hummed the correct note, then that means you actually know how to find the key of a song. Okay? Okay? So it wants to go back to the tonic, and that is the key of a song. And yeah, that's all there is to it. Let's do the major scale this time. Let's play and sing the major scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Every other note in the major scale wants to go back to the do, wants to go back to the root, to the first note of the major scale, which is the root, which is the tonic, which is the key of that major scale. He wants to go back to do. Okay? Because every note within a major scale has a little bit of tension and it wants to release that tension at home. Okay? So think of it this way. As soon as you step outside, you go to work, you go to school, there's tension that builds up within you. And then as soon as you come back home, as soon as you step into your doorstep, you feel like, I'm finally home. I can now release all that tension and everything. Okay. So that's what the home base, the key of a song feels like. Okay. It feels like home. And that's what you want to find. So, every note in the major scale has a little bit of tension. Let's do this. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re. Now we're starting to build up tension. Re wants to go somewhere. Mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Ti feels like we're almost there. T is the note that has the most tension in the major scale, and it's also known as the leading tone. Okay, T, do. Okay, T, do. As soon as you know where your T, then you know where your do is gonna be. Okay, because every other note is leading towards that T, and then T is leading to the do. Now it feels like we're home. Okay, so in order to find the key of a song, you need to train yourself to find that do. So there's exercises, there's practices that you can do with every song that you're listening to. Okay, and I'm gonna I wrote them down here. I'm gonna give you. So if I'm listening to a song, okay, let's do this. Let's try to find a song, a key to a couple of songs. Let me use a couple of songs in my computer. It doesn't matter if you're listening to somebody that's singing, because singers sing melodies, not chords. Doesn't matter if you're listening to a singer or you're listening to a song, or you just heard the first 4 bars of a song, or you just heard the first 3 notes of a song, or you just heard, it doesn't matter, okay? So I'm trying to find something that's not copywritten. Let's do this. I had that, and I know I have to find Ti, do, do, ti, do. This is the key of a song. And then now I can play the progression. Okay, let's do it again with another one. Da, 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 da. Ti, do. They're actually in the same key. Let's do another one. There seemed to be no one to take. Na, 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 na. I'm using the melody this time. Na, 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 na. Ti, do. Sometimes it happens like that. The first note that you play on the keyboard is the note that's the key of the song. Okay, so this one is in C. Okay, so what I was basically doing here, as soon as I found the key of a song, I hum it. Okay, or I just and then after humming it, I use the chromatic scale, basically meaning I play every other note without skipping any note. Okay, that is the chromatic scale. Yeah, so let's go to the practices. What do you have to, like, how do you practice this whole thing of finding the key of a song? You're gonna download any pitch detection app. Okay, you can just search pitch detector, okay, in your app store, and then download it. Okay, so I have one here. So basically what it does, if I go ooh, it tells me the note that I'm singing. Ooh, is the note C. Ooh, C sharp, D sharp, E. So this is what it does. Every note that I hum, it tells me the right note. Okay, so even if I just play like I'm playing C and then it says C, it says D, and those are the correct notes. Okay, so the first thing that you want to practice, because let me tell you this, pitch matching with your voice, practicing singing these things, it doesn't mean you have to be a singer. Okay, even if you guys like just being able to harmonize the right notes that you're hearing in your head is what's gonna get you, is what's gonna develop your ear faster. Okay, unlike if you just think you can just think about the notes and just find them. Okay, because of when you're just getting started, the notes that you're thinking are probably not the notes that you, the right notes that you're supposed to be listening for. Okay, so that's why you want to use a pitch detection app like this. You want to practice pitch matching with your voice. That is the first thing. So this is how you're going to use it. You play a note, it tells you the note, it says it's F, and then you're going to try singing that note. Ooh. It says I'm singing the note F. Ooh. I'm playing D sharp. It says D sharp, and then I'm gonna sing D sharp. Ooh. Then that's the right note. Most people know how to do this, but you'll also be surprised how many people don't know how to do this. As soon as you know how to do that, then you wanna do this. The second thing, you wanna practice singing the major scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You want to practice doing that, singing the major scale. More emphasis on the ti, do. Okay? Because when you're listening to a song, you want to find that ti, do. Basically, what you want to do, you want to put a full stop on that song, even if you just had the first 4 bars, even if the song is in the middle or at the end, or the song is just getting started. Even if you just had the first 3 notes of a song or something, okay? You wanna bring every song that you're listening to a conclusion, to a point. You wanna bring it home. You wanna bring it to a point that feels like I'm home, okay? And then now I wanna give you a tip. When you're finding the transpose for somebody that's singing, let's say the singer comes and say, "You are Alpha, ne? You are Alpha and Omega," and you have to find the key of that, and then you find it. You find it that the key is actually and Omega. What you wanna do? You wanna lower your volume, and then as soon as you find that key, you're Alpha and Omega. Okay, cause if you do this, you are Alpha. If they sing and then you go and Omega, and then you're not finding the key, what you're gonna do? You're gonna confuse them. You're gonna confuse the singer. The singer might start singing in the wrong key, cause when you're singing and then you hear all these different notes that are off, it can be quite hard for you to keep your key. So you want to lower your volume and then find that key, okay? So that's it. Do all those practices, and yeah, it's within a couple of weeks you're gonna be able to find it. It can even take you a couple of days, hours. If you're part of a choir, we've been singing, I think it's probably gonna take you like you some people might get this immediately, some might take a couple of days or weeks, but it's not gonna take you that long if you practice this every single day, okay? So that's it for this video. If you've enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a video. And also consider liking so that the algorithm automatically pushes this video to the relevant people, okay? And also, if you want to learn with us, you want me to train you personally, you want one-on-one lessons, you want to join KB Hopane Music Academy, all that information is in the description. You can email us, okay? You can also get a free course. The link is also in the description. And that's it. Goodbye.